Hi, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whenever it is where you are. Welcome to episode 3 of making an FTL-like in Godot. My name's Dave, and we are today mostly going to be working on pathfinding. We're going to be using the A-star 2D grid class in Godot, since we have a pretty simple environment that we need to pathfind through. Just a flat 2D environment. So I think A-star grid 2D is a good choice for that. Saves us a lot of the headache of having to manage either the full A-star 2D or even fuller A-star 3D, which I've previously used to make a more complicated version of this concept. I originally envisioned like, the multiple decks of a starship where you'd be, moving between them up and down. We might get there. We might get there eventually, but I think that was getting away from the core, activity that we're looking for. And also I think it was adding a lot of readability issues. I would like to have all of the information displayed on screen at the same time. I think that's a good thing. I mean, that's what FTL does. That's what a lot of good games do. We'll see to what extent that is realistic, because I am looking for, larger environments maybe than what you'd see with FTL, but who knows? It's still early days, so let's take a look at what we're going to be working with here. So A-star grid 2D, an implementation of A-star for finding the shortest path between 2 points on a partial 2D grid. It's a variant of A-star 2D that is specialized for partial 2D grids. It's simpler to use because it doesn't require manually creating points and connecting them together. That's really nice. That can be pretty tedious. Class also supports multiple types of heuristics, modes for diagonal movement, which I think we do want, and a jumping mode. The jumping mode could be pretty funny. Like imagine the ship goes into like red alert, and so everyone's just scrambling to like get to their posts. Maybe we engage jumping mode, and it's like, it shows maybe they're not, communicating where the best way is to get between 2 points. Like maybe they're not adequately communicating that, oh, there's debris in this hallway and you should really go around it. Maybe they just run right through it, just because of how rushed they are. So I think there's a lot of nice features here. So setting it up, we technically only need the region and the cell size. We also want, I think, the offset. I think we also want the offset because I would like the coordinate, the coordinate to be in the middle of the tile, and not to be like, I would like a central coordinate. So we'll do like a half size offset. Otherwise, we can just set this up using our tile map. So that's nice. I want to apologize in advance. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. I have a work meeting that got moved up, so I'll have to log off maybe 30 minutes earlier than usual. So not a terribly long stream. Still gonna be over an hour, but definitely not the 2 hours that I would like to be streaming each morning. I kind of got stuck a little bit. Not stuck. I kind of stopped a little bit so I could finish my breakfast and watched a little tutorial on setting up an A-star grid 2D, because I think my head is still in the A-star 3D headspace, and I kind of forgot some of the quirks of the A-star 2D, the A-star grid 2D, sorry. Oh well, we're going to take our time. This is like the only thing we're going to try to do today. Just try to not rush through it. We're going to have to pick a diagonal mode. So this is funny. So this kind of implies that if someone's in a tile and their two adjacent tiles in the direction that they want to head are blocked, they can still squeeze through them with a diagonal move. I don't know if I want to allow that, but we'll probably start with that just because it doesn't matter until I start setting up situations where that might matter. It is possible that this could lead to someone like squeezing through a wall. If you have two rooms that kind of meet at a corner, someone could like pop through a wall if this is set up right. But we could always enforce that at like the level design, at the level making. Like at the point of where we design our levels, we could just always avoid that. I think aesthetically that's pretty rough too. Oh, hey Cup. Hey Cup 14721. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Good morning or afternoon or evening. How's it going? I'm okay right now, but I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. All right. So I think that's okay. I think we're okay to start. This is what we were working on last time. Last time all we really did was set up a super simple mouse over and selection system. So we can mouse over tiles. I think I want to add a z-index offset to the walls so this doesn't happen. So we can either select our tile or we can mouse over whichever of these two are closer, even if they're overlapping, and we'll snap to the tile that they are on, which is good, which is helpful. And that's kind of what we did yesterday. Just as a little look here, we're looking to do something like this. This is just one room. This is like the bridge of a starship, but this is kind of the aesthetic we're going for. For anyone that hasn't seen it before, this was kind of my little proof of concept. There's definitely a lot of problems with this in terms of making this, making the game actually look like this. It's way too busy, but I think for like a vibe check, I think this is pretty good. So this is what we're mostly aiming for. All right, let's get back to the nitty-gritty of this here. Let's just do something unrelated but simple. Let's try to give a z-index. Let's give a z-index to the walls and see if that addresses. Let's see if the y-sort works once we do that. Yeah, there we go. We are separately going to worry about the occlusion of wall tiles. I have some ideas on that, but let's get someone moving around the room first. We can also select. It's kind of where we're at. Really early days. Apologies for the programmer art, but this is kind of what we're going for. I don't want to change this tone. I didn't realize when I was drawing it that it's like basically the same tone as the Godot background. It's like slightly lighter, but I don't really like how close that is. All right. So we are going to house the A-star 2D grid on the tile map. Guess we can call it tile map. Is a tile map a node? Or is it an object? Probably a node, right? It has a position. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. I thought I had chosen that. Okay, there we go. I was like, I thought I chose instrumental music. Yeah, we don't want it to be the same as a built-in type. Let's call this something else. I'm going to call it a shipboard. Because this is going to be the class that handles all of the goings-on. I could call it a ship manager too, but that implies that it's not on the ship, that it's like over. So we're just going to call it this. I know shipboard is normally one word, but we're kind of making a play on words here, so we're going to go with it. Not a good play on words, but play on words nonetheless. Also, forgot the naming convention. So should it be this? That's what it should be. Okay. So we extend tile map. We're just going to give this a class name. Because this is definitely going to be a thing that we use, you know, more than once. I thought this would give us a color. Maybe it just hasn't processed it yet. Oh, whatever. Get rid of these. We know all of this. I don't think we actually want to process. I think we want input, though. Do we? No, we don't actually want to process inputs here. We'll do all of that. Let's look at the input handler about how we're going to process. Because right now we're doing everything in process, and that's just for moving the highlight. But we're also processing this. We're saving potential. We're also going to rename these just so that... Like, sorry, we're starting with a little refactoring today. Because I'm kind of a... To an extent, I'm a proponent of long... Oh, these were all potentials, right? Yeah, they were. Okay. Easy, just a little procedural cleanup there. So we are saving the potential selection. I almost want to break this part out into an input. Should input run before process? I don't know. I don't really know about built-in function order. I don't think it matters, but we'll put it after process because process is where we determine what our potential selection might be. That's obviously not how the function calls are probably handled, but Let's do it this way. Oh, oops. Still figuring this out. Still trying to understand. So let's just put this here. Let's look at this up here. So what we're actually looking at is whether we want to see if event.isAction. Oh, does event not have an isAction just pressed? Oh. Let's go look at this real quick. Turns true if the given action is being pressed. No, that's not what we wanted. We wanted a just pressed. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. We could easily do this at is action released. Oh no, we would want just released, not just pressed. Yeah, we can do just released or just pressed, but I don't think we can do this. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I do think we should change this to be based on, like, we should flip this. We should turn this inside out a little bit. And say if input dot is action just pressed select. So then we throw these all in here. Though no, that's not exactly right, is it? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Let's work on the setting up the move input. We don't have a potential selection. Okay, let's just go down here and say if this isn't the best flow, but it also doesn't really matter. So if we still have a current selection, if input is action just pressed, there's definitely an argument to be made for having this be just released. Like if you click down and you want to move something and you drag a little bit and then you lift up. Like if you drag across, like if you do that action, to me, I think what you're asking is to move it to wherever you were last clicking. It'd be weird to have some weird dual action things where, like, if selection was just pressed and move was just released, we can maybe have some weird behavior if we set it up that way. So let's not do that for now. So if we move and if we have a current selection, add a variable or function actually. Highlight, select, set new target. The set new target is going to have as a target, has target. Variable has target bool. We also want a is moving. So we want vector 2. Now we declare variables. Target pause. New target pause. Let's say new target. Vector 2. All right, we'll just say, you know, if, yeah, so, yeah, whatever, I guess it doesn't matter if we don't have a target. As target, if it's true, target pause equals new target pause. And we're going to emit a signal. Wired target. Just emit a signal with ourselves attached to it. Okay, I think that's the input handling end of it. So gonna want like a next tile position. All right, so I think this is a lot of the groundwork that we need to set up our little A-star grid 2D. We've got, oh, we need to just hook this up here. So we want current selection. Probably set, call this like set new target or something. Yeah, it is called set new target, lol. Set new target. I'm not caching the mouse position anywhere, am I? Oh, mouse tile. I could just set that. I could just set it like that. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, in which case, so this doesn't actually take a vector 2, it takes a vector 2i. New target tile. Target tile. New target tile. Actually, I guess we do want this to be a position, not a tile. So we want to be able to check if we've actually reached it. Let's also store the mouse position. Variable mouse position. Let's get global mouse position. Just place this with mouse position. And we'll have both in case we want them. So we do need the tile for the highlighter. In selection, set new target, mouse position. Okay, so that's that part. So let's go to our new class, the shipboard, which is actually our tile map. Do we have references to this? Well, certainly. So what do we need you to do? Okay. This part might actually move. But for right now, it's okay. We might move some of this highlighting stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Let's not worry about it. That's not what we're focused on right now. Right. So we obviously need an A-star grid. 2D. Probably don't need to call it its full name, but just do that. A-star grid 2D equals a new A-star grid 2D. And we want, so we have all of this. Click the end of statement after expression. Identifier instead. Let's look at the initialization. Oh, A-star grid 2D dot new. There we go. No worries. Wind, welcome. Thanks for lurking. Yeah, today's alright, you know. Yesterday felt good. I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 days of streaming were a little rough, you know. I was a little ragged. I didn't sleep very much the nights before, so that was rough, but oh yeah, IntelliSense. Good call. But anyway, I'm feeling a little more comfortable with this. I wasn't sure I'd be able to do this every weekday, but I think this is gonna be fine. Yeah, we're setting up pathfinding today. Probably obvious. So we need to set the region. Region is gonna be get used rect, I think. Star grid 2D dot. Is it cell size? Size and cell size. Do I need to set the size? That should just get it from region, right? Rect I da. Yeah, so okay, we just need the cell size. Easy. A star grid 2D. Cell size is vector 2. It's gonna be 32 by 8. And we also want an offset, a star grid 2D dot offset. We want the offset to be half. Which I think I prefer. That's it. Date for that. So we're gonna need to. When do I need to call update? After like every change. Needs to be called if parameters like region, cell size, or offset are changed. Okay, but not. Oh, all point data, solidity and weight scale will be cleared. That is good to know. Because yeah, that's what we want to do next is set the solid points here. Deprecated, use region instead. Okay. So we don't even use size. That's good to know. Region. Start, end. Okay, so for Y. Just hold on to this. I can't use. I mean, I can use size. We could just use size. But they don't want me to. They use rec as start and then end. No, let's just do size. Whatever. Let's not worry about it. A star. Well, for sell and used rec, that's a good idea. We need to know where we're talking about, though. Because we're actually doing the opposite. Like, we're actually just checking where there isn't a cell. But for sell and used rec would be good. We're trying to mark, because it's a partial grid, we're trying to mark out all of the areas that there isn't a floor tile within the used rect. So I think we do need to index that. We'll do it this way and worry about deprecation later. We'll eventually move over to that. Then we want to get the tile data. We want to try to get the tile data. All right, well, tile data. Let's get tile. Let's all tile data 0 at the coordinate 2i x y. Make a note for ourselves. Go back when we feel like it. Fix that. I think that's what they said to do. We want to set the diagonal mode, don't we? We want to do that for sure. Might be some problems with doing this down the line, but we're not going to worry about diagonal move always right now. If tile data is null, then we want to add a solid point. It's just true by default. Okay, so that should give us the tile data that we want. I want to route the pathfinding through this tile map class here, just so that we can handle things like changing obstacles and stuff like that. Like if a path becomes blocked after it's calculated, I want to be able to handle that sort of thing. So we have a signal. So we actually need to connect our signal. Connect our signal up. I was wondering if this was the syntax for that. It's just parent. Of our parent. No, not input handler. We want tile map. We don't have such a function. On acquired target. Go make a acquired target function. I need to change how this works once we start adding like enemies, since enemies are going to be kind of homogenous. I think like they're also going to be just like crew members but from a different ship. We'll probably need to do like a register, like you were saying earlier, like a register new crew member, just so we can have more friend or foe identification. Although maybe not, because enemies will need to pathfind too. So we've acquired our new target. So we want to get a let's pass on this. We want to say, so we're going to provide a position. Target. Call it like get next tile position. Yeah, call it this. This is dumb. It doesn't really have to be a function. You honestly could just set the property. Let's just do it that way. That's maybe bad form, but we're just going to set the property for now. Also kind of a little scattered here, but we definitely need a physics process here. Okay, so we have our grid. We've marked it solid. I'm going to acquire a target. Once they've acquired a target, maybe we don't care about when they acquire a target, unless we want to register and hold on to their path. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Variable fract paths. Give me a dictionary. Okay, now the fun part. Now we're going to say variable ID path, I think is what they call it, is a star grid 2D dot get ID path from crew member. Oh. No. We want to account for the possibility that they are in the middle of a move. So let's get a position from the next tile position to their target position. That should be good. And then we're gonna add this to tracked paths. Be fine. Crew members, they should come with their unique, at least their runtime unique identifier. I know it's not like persistent, but it should be persistent for each runtime. We might need to change this once we add a serialization system. We might need an actual persistent unique ID for everyone. So if we save and load, people are in the middle of doing stuff, they can keep doing it. But let's worry about that later. So we got this, we got that. We want to... Okay, this is all we want to do, actually. We just want to get a path for them from their next tile position to their target position, and then just start tracking that. Because we want to give them time. We want to give them time to reach their next tile if they're in the middle of a move when they get assigned a new move. Just so we don't get weird offset problems. Alright, so that is done. So now we need to start worrying about the physics process, which I have not done very much of, but I think we'll be okay. So if as target, another case where I want to make it like have target if I have a target, but we'll keep it at has. It's shorter. Has target. So if we have a target and we are moving, if we have a target and we're moving, let's just keep moving. Look at my character body 2D here. We're just gonna move and slide. I don't know if I love that. One second here. Sorry about that. Oh, we need to set velocity and stuff. I don't really want to do that. Can't I just move global position directly? I do like move towards or something like that? No. Let's grab the docs. I'm not embarrassed to go look at the manual here. Physics and movement, 2D movement. Okay, so we could just do move and slide. That's probably what, that seems to be what they want us to do. Okay. So we just need to set the velocity. I wanted maybe like more of like an interpolation kind of deal, but something simpler. Move towards was a thing. No. Just look at move. And I guess I have a character body 2D. I might as well move it correctly. So do translate. That's not great. Okay. I'm like hesitant to like dive into like anything physics related. But this seems rather simple, so not a big deal. Velocity in pixels per second. I'm just worried about overshooting. I guess I just try to make sure we're not moving too quickly. I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, we'll hone in on it. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know what a good speed is in this engine. Just start with that, something like that. Is there a move toward function? There totally is. Yeah, let's start with that. I don't know why the IntelliSense wasn't working for me before. Expect the end statement after expression found instead. Oh, if is obviously if is moving. What did I do? Got a bug left in here somewhere? Yeah, I do. Okay. Did not parse global class crew member. Oh? That was weird. I really hope we get somebody moving for the end of this, but we only got about 20 more minutes. And we still need to send down the next... One reached. Next tile. When they've reached the next tile, right now we don't have to recalculate paths ever. We'll just let people pass through. Eventually I want to like be a lot more dynamic with that, with the board state, but crew member, we're just gonna set crew member dot next tile position equals map to local edit path. Edit path is, oh, tracked paths, tracked paths. Remember, I hope this works. I think it should. Adjust my chair a little bit here. Okay, so let's make sure we're doing this part. As target, if is moving, global position, move towards. Let's do this first. If global position is not equal to, I keep adding parentheses to everything, trying to get used to the way this GD script works, but it is hard to overcome some of these habits. What are we comparing? Global position is not equal to next file position. And if it is, and if global position, or let's do it this way, and then if it's not equal to that, so if global position is equal to next file position, and if next tile position is not equal to target position, We need our signal. On reached next tile. I feel like we should call it on arrived at. That. Commit yourself. Else as target equals false. Instead, we'll call this unreached target position. Way if we set a target that's like a creature, we can update it so that we're like chasing them. That doesn't give us intercept abilities, but or intercept capability, but we have the target as false, and we will unreached target position dot emit. So let's also might be going a little ham on this signaling system here, but I'm trying to embrace the whole signal up, call down. Even if it's a little overkill. We want to say is moving is false in this case. In this case, we want to do both. As target is false. Moving is false. So else. So if we're not moving, I don't need this one. I just need this. All right, let's see. Anything else I need to do immediately here? Oh, I need to pop. Variable ID path equals tracked. I don't know if I can do this in place or I have to do it this way. Let's remember, we're gonna do it like this, but we'll try to do it in place after. Like, by that I mean like this, like up front. ID path is just like, what do I get from get ID path? It's just a vector 2i, right? Array vector 2i. Okay. So we pop the front, then we give them the next one, and then we assign this back. I feel like I could maybe do this in place. We'll do it this way just to be safe. Crash. Invalid index. Unacquired target on base nil. Oh, is it because it processes the children before the parent? Is that what happens? Oh, I have three signals here that I'm connecting. I don't have that many functions on here. So we have unacquired target on arrived at next tile function on reached target position. We should probably also call that arrived at. Position. All we need to do here, I guess, is we just say tracked paths dot. We can just get rid of remember. Can I do it like this when I'm adding it, or do I have to have it specific as? No. I should be able to do it like this. Unacquired target, unarrived at next tile, unarrived at target position. Unacquired target. Unacquired target, unarrived at next tile, on arrived at. I'm like alphabetically sorting things. It's like really dumb. Unarrived at target position. Not declared in the current scope. No, of course it's not. arrived at. So what if we move this down to on ready? Do we have this do we have the same problem? We just move all of these down. Alright, we're working through the errors. We might be moving soon. Let's see what happens when I try to move. Almost certainly a crash. Or nothing. Nothing is also an option. Could be doing any number of things incorrectly here. Let's see. Let's try to narrow down the problem. Let's start by not worrying about point solidity, just to make sure we aren't messing that stage up. Okay, so it's not that. That doesn't seem to be the problem. Also going to need to control their animations. Oh, because if they're not moving, we're going to need to do some animating. Do I need to get my animation player? Yeah, probably. I'll shorten this name a little bit. Are we never setting the next tile position? No, we are. We're doing it here. Okay, arrived at next tile. Remember that next tile position to local, ID path front. We probably need to do something with this. Target position is probably a vector 2. It's position. So we need to do map. We gotta map both of them, don't we? Guess we're just about the point where we just need to start throwing down breakpoints and go find this. If we can't find it quickly, though, probably gonna need to save it for tomorrow. Which is a shame. I was hoping to get somebody moving at least. So since this isn't a problem, let's get... Oh, Lord. Get that back in there. Let's see. Oh, the debugger's yelling at me. The input action move doesn't exist. You know, that that would be a problem. That would be a problem. Oh, that's too good. Yeah, it's been trying to tell me this whole time. That's too funny. Okay, let's see what our next problem is then. Okay, we're doing something. You're not, though. You decided to start doing something and won't stop. You're not actually moving, which is interesting. But because you're animating, I know that we're at least getting... Has target, is moving. So we're not, so we're hitting this point at least. Level position is not, oh, debugger. Let's look at the debugger first this time. Can't set if point is disabled. Point 115 is out of bounds. Oh, we're having like a, we need to... Point 0.22 is out of bounds. 0.2 position -4 -13 616. So we're having an issue here. Let's get rid of this again, because I think I'm actually messing some part of this up. Maybe the grid and the tile data are not lined up. We'll think about that. That's probably where a significant part of the problem is. Let's just see if we can at least get them moving. No. Okay, we don't have that problem, but we aren't actually moving. It's the real issue here. Move towards, next tile, move toward. Are we moving really slowly? Is that like the problem? I don't think so. No, we're just not moving at all. Okay. This isn't too bad. We should be able to find this pretty easily. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time to do this today, but it's okay. I'm trying not to work on this itself offline, like on the project itself, just so that we have like a nice continuity here, but I will probably do some research offline. I watched like an A-Star Grid 2D tutorial, and I think I am messing up an aspect of setting the tile solidity. I think there is another offset I need to apply, like a positional offset that I didn't do. Otherwise, we could conceivably have... I think we're setting the tile position correctly because we are continuing to run. Yeah, I'll look at some stuff, make some notes, and we'll come back tomorrow, I think, well armed to tackle this. But unfortunately, I do have to go get ready for work now, a little earlier than I'd like, but that just happens sometimes. Anyway, I know it's been a chiller stream, a quieter stream. Probably wasn't talking through my process as much as I could have been, but hopefully chill stream's okay. I appreciate everyone who showed up today, just to hang out, even if it was just to lurk. I'm a bit of a lurker myself. So we'll call it here. We'll regroup, rearm, and come back at this tomorrow morning for what will be the last stream of the week. It'll be our first full week of streaming. Feeling good about it overall. Again, thanks for everyone stopping by, especially Wind. I think today pretty much only Wind. Oh no, Cup. Appreciate the follow earlier. At the beginning of the stream. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow around the same time to continue the progress. Goodbye.